spill some in right here.
Real still. I'm real still.
Let me get some. Hey, hold on.
Okay, real still. That's what I'm talking
What's up, man? It's your boy Chef Water, and I'm at Chef Studio Cook. Fucking with real chill podcast. On the real tonight. You know what I'm talking about?
I catch a bitch,
Yeah.
I break a bitch and make her sell her pussy. Nigga, this your girlfriend. If that bitch decided to AWOL right now, your whole world ends. I catch a bitch.
On the bed stuff. On the bed. On the bed stuff. Yeah. Those of y'all that don't know, rapper, victim, NBA affiliate, Ben 10 was shot again. This time in his home town. Why Ben 10 keep getting shot? Yeah, those of y'all that don't know, we're gonna dive into it today. Why rapper Ben 10 keep getting shot? Is it because people like him? Is it because of his ways? And the rapper Ben 10, the rapper victim uh Ben 10, what's up, my brother? Subscribe to the page if you're not. If the rapper Ben 10 have a death wish, I remember a post he posted saying he feels as if all gangbangers should get their section of the planet so they can go there and gangbang and not suffer consequences or not have members of society that is not part of gangsterism affected by the gang gang. They could just kill each other freely with no consequence. I feel like that's a great idea. They should put all the niggas in one place and let them go ham. That's not a bad idea. But I wonder how does he feel about that now that he can't be active. Do you all think that he agrees with that now that he can't move the slave? He can't participate. Maybe he do, because after being victimized in Houston, he took his ass back to Baton Rouge, back to the same area where it all began. Did he go back willingly? I don't think so. How about now? My echoing still. Y'all think Ben 10 went back to Baton Rouge willingly? Did he get out the hospital and say, you know what? I'm going home, spend some time with my mom, kind of get out the way a little bit. Yeah, I think he was summoned. Hey, Ben, the hood got questions. Bring your ass here, boy. Was it that? Or is it that he was broke or he couldn't afford to live uh, or maintain the lifestyle he had figured out, in Houston? Because to hustle, you got to have legs. You got to be able to move around. And even if you're hospitalized and have injuries, you still have to be able to function on your own. You have to get up out the bed on your own 2 feet and make shit happen. That is very hard to do when you're wheelchair bound. You always need someone to be your legs for you. Can a paraplegic person make it happen, find their way, be a great leader amongst men? Yes, it is very well possible for a paraplegic to be embraced and continue his role as the head of his crew or the head of his team or the captain of his team from a wheelchair. It's possible. I had a homie, a friend, a father figure, if you will, that was paraplegic the whole time I known him. I was maybe 13, 14 when I met him. And, he was a very major part of my life during my childhood, my younger years. So yeah, it's possible. But for a nigga like being 10, an ignorant nigga with no wisdom, no game, no likable characteristics, no charisma, just all savage, all ignorant. Is he likable enough to keep a woman? Is he likable enough to keep a woman without financially sponsoring her, sexually satisfying her? Because when you're paraplegic, your dick don't work. It's a medication, it's a needle that you have to stick in your pee hole to activate. I don't think being 10 is charismatic enough to maintain a relationship with a woman for a long extended time period for the rest of his life, because he would never walk for the rest of his life. Yeah, nobody wants to live the lifestyle he has, Naomi. But I don't think he's charismatic enough to maintain a relationship with a woman and he has no legs. He lacks the ability to walk. He has to get on her back. She has to carry him around. from the bed from the time she wakes up. She have to carry this nigga until all day long until the time it's time to go to bed. She has to put him in bed. So she has to wake up, not only get her stuff together, but assist this man from the bed to the wheelchair so he can get himself together. And when you're a paraplegic and coming from being used to using your legs, having your legs, being able to walk around, it's an adjustment. It's practice. He's gonna have to have a lot of practice going from his chair to the toilet. So until he is able to do it on his own, she's gonna have to put him from his chair to the toilet. She's gonna have to wash him up, bathe him. She's gonna have to, uh, on top of making sure he eat. If she's a woman of that caliber, she's a homely woman that cooks and clean and do all of the homely things. Like if she's that type, if she's not that type of girl, then it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. No, you have to have an immeasurable amount of love for someone to be their legs 24/7. So we just waking up in the morning. You have to get him out of bed, put him in his chair, take him from his chair to the toilet, from the toilet back to the chair, uh, help him get dressed, and if they have him moving around a bit, she has to carry him to the car or wheel him down to the car. Because keep in mind, he's brand new. He's new to the paraplegic. You don't have a ramp at his house. No, you can't wheel him down the steps. You have to bump the chair down the steps. You don't have a ramp built on this house yet. So you got to wheel him down the steps. Wheel him to the car, open the door for him, help him in the car, fold the chair up, put the chair up. That chair heavy. Chair is definitely heavy. What else you have to do? Get them in the car, not only go where they're going, when they get there, if he wants to get out of the car, he needs her to get him out of the car. Well, get his chair out of the car, open the chair, get him in the chair, wheel him around. If he wants to go in the house, if there's an indoor, if there's stairs, you have to carry him up the steps. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And if that's not something that you used to dealing with, It's gonna take a toll on your spirit. You're not gonna want to continue to deal with that shit every day in and day out. With somebody that's not a likable person. You just I don't you think he's a likable person. So I don't know. Is she gonna be able to stand up to the responsibilities of caring for a paraplegic? You don't. I'm sure he has friends. I'm not sure about his immediate family if they're around, but at any given time, you piss this woman off, she can walk away from you, and you stuck wherever you at. So that's the question: do people feel as if Ben 10 is charismatic enough to maintain a healthy relationship with a woman as a paraplegic? That's the question. And my answer is I don't believe he is. I don't believe I don't I don't take Ben 10 uh, being likable enough for people to care for a woman to take care of him and be by his side during this difficult time in his life. I don't see it happening. But I mean, in the beginning, in the beginning, it's always gonna be cool. It's gonna be, yeah, I'm here for. Yeah, for yeah, it's gonna be a hell of an eye opener. If it's not an eye opener right now, it will be in the near future because it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough because you're gonna have to. The people that you're around is really gonna have to love you to to help you through this situation. Of course, we know his mother's gonna gonna be around. But when you're gang banging, you're out there in the streets, drugging and thugging. Who wanna be around their mama? I don't know. One gangster nigga that gonna stick around, be around his mama, out here thugging and drugging, doing all of the destruction. But that's one person we know for sure that'll be in his corner. Um, Brothers and sisters, I don't know if he have them, but he's gonna have to have a really, 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 really strong support system. And it's gonna take people that really love him to help him through this situation. And this is a lifelong situation. He's just gonna be like that. So and I'm sure it could be depressing if you don't have a spirit of if you don't have a spirit to navigate that situation, because this is a hell of a situation to navigate. That shit tough. It's gonna be rough. A paraplegic man, uh, ignorant nigga that want to gang bang and do nothing other than drug and thug. You gonna have some women that's with the excitement, because I'm sure if he don't get cut off from his gang, he'll still maintain the financial position he was in. I think he'll still maintain the lifestyle, because the NBA crew is it's very a group of fortunate brothers that have means to get to some money. But I think his crew outcasted. I think his crew is outcasting him. I don't think he has the status. I think it's in question. I think his status is in question amongst his peers and his group. Yeah, back. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna I don't think he's gonna be a factor in his crew no more. And I think the reason he's back in Baton Rouge is because he was summoned back to Baton Rouge because of the whole situation that went down in Houston, in my opinion. Although I'm not a gangbanger, so that doesn't make me an expert in gangbanging. But when it comes to just being overall uh, individual to understand the street and how that street shit work, I'm your guy. Gotta break it down. Break it down, still. Why you think being 10 don't status is in question within this crew? What makes you think his rank dropped because of the situation in Houston? Well, for one, I don't think he hold the same rank because he went from the aggressor and became the victim. And as a man of his stature, the image that he tried to portray is he's the roughest, toughest, untouchable motherfucker that walked the face of Baton Rouge. That's the image he tried to portray. Ben 10 tried to portray the image of the number one gangster, the number one killer, the number one overall gangster in the NBA court. And for him to go from being an aggressor to the victim makes the crew look bad. It makes him look weak. Is that a reason for his ranking to drop in the NBA? Nope, that's not a reason because every dog has his day. And every dog knows that every dog has his day. You're not gonna win. Every dog know you're not gonna win them all. As I was saying, every gangster know that you're not gonna win them all. That is the question of the day. Why is Ben 10? Why is Ben 10 having Zinky ass back in Baton Rouge? Question of the day. Why do you think Ben 10 is back in Baton Rouge on Wells Street or on his way to Wells Street or leaving Wells Street? What is he doing? Is it because, you know, he a gangster and that's what gangsters do? Why is Ben 10 back in Baton Rouge? That's the question of the day. Is he back in Baton Rouge because he has to be? Was he summoned to Baton Rouge by other NBA members and affiliates to answer to what took place in Houston? Why is he in Baton Rouge? Do anybody think that it is a smart idea for him to take himself back to Baton Rouge? Let me ask that question first. Who thinks it was a good idea for Ben 10 to take his monkey ass back to Baton Rouge? If he's trying to get away from the situation in Houston, if he's trying to get away from the Houston situation, did his welcome wear out in Houston? It could be that. He could have just wore his damn welcome out. Hey, look, yo, you out here starting all this shit, got the city hot. We don't want you around here no more. That could possibly be a thing. That is not an impossible possibility. If Houston tell Ben 10, hey man, you gotta get up out of here with all that bullshit you on, nigga. It's very well possible Houston could have said, you're not welcome here anymore. You got the city hot. You don't want this kind of attention on our city. Houston could have said that. If Houston said that, is that Houston selling that business? Well, do you guys feel like Houston don't have the courage to tell uh, NBA members that they can't reside in Houston? That's possible. Houston could have said, "Hey, man, you gotta get up out of here with that shit. You ain't gonna bring your all that NBA bullshit to Houston and have the police goddamn all in our shit, getting in our business." That could be a thing. It is a very strong possibility that Houston said, "Hey, nigga, you gonna have to get up out of here for a little while because you hot and you fucking up the whole goddamn feng shui around this motherfucker, that hot shit you got going on." If Houston tell Ben 10 that he need to go back to Baton Rouge and lay low, or did they say, "Hey, nigga, you're welcome. Take care. You ain't want around here no more. You too hot. You doing hot shit. You don't need all that bad publicity." That could be a thing. That could definitely be a thing. Houston could have said, "Hey, man, you got all this bad publicity. You know what I'm saying? You got the police hot everywhere. You got to go and get up. Well, you're welcome out." That's one possible reason that he could be back in Baton Rouge. But would that send him back to the war zone they escaped from? Think about it. A man in a wheelchair. You can't move around like that. You get sent away from Houston. Houston tell you, "Well, you're welcome out. You need to go on somewhere, going on back to Baton Rouge," or they say, "Hey, man, you need to go on and lay low for a while, get up out of Houston because it's hot." And will he find himself back in Baton Rouge, back on Wells Street? Because he could have went anywhere in the world. He didn't have to go back to Wells Street. But I get it, your family there, your mom there, people that love your ass there. Or is they in Houston too? 'Cause they was at the hospital. They could very well be in Houston too. But let's just say his family is based in Baton Rouge still. Do you go back to Wells Street as a quadriplegic knowing you got active smoke in Baton Rouge? Or was he summoned because he was in violation? maybe he not in violation because this man dropped his address on the internet, enticing another individual to pull up on him. Yeah, hey, pull up on me, nigga. You talking all that talk. You want to get busy? Pull up on me. Here's the address. And the nigga did. Nigga did that shit in a wheelchair. You are in a wheelchair, sir. You can't even stand up and fight. Why are you dropping? This is the dumb shit I be talking about. It's different if you can actually defend yourself. Are you, or if you acting, or if you got people that, well, maybe he got people that'll catch that one for him, take that fade, and he have absolute belief in these guys. Maybe is that my snow bunny? Is that snow in my globe? Is that snow in my globe? Come talk to me. We gonna pause all bullshit conversation right now. Come on up here. See, I'll be on your link if you went live and had a link. You don't be having no link. You be wanting me to type text. I've been seeing some of your posts, and I got questions. So come on and get this interview. My baby,
What you doing? Hi.
baby, hey, baby.
What you do? You silly as hell. No, I just took the kids to school. And
You
my
did?
raggedy ass sperm donor is sleeping at my house because I guess him and one of his hoes was fighting. So I can only be on here for a hot second.
Oh man,
But
you, you need to hit
yeah.
some hit a few more corners to delay your return.
I'm stuck in traffic. So
Yeah, because I don't like quick visits.
I know you don't. It's like, really? Where you go
Yeah.
yesterday? I was like, still where you go? I was like, oh, he didn't dip the fuck out. I was like, I bet.
Cause I can't. I be busy. I be doing stuff, so I can't be typing.
Nah,
But
I
I
know.
be
But I don't
I
run
be there.
StreamYard though. No, I know. I
Wh-
just don't run StreamYards though. So it's like
Why
I just
not?
don't run panels. That's just not how that's not how I set my channel up. It's just not really like I don't mind hopping on a panel, but running a panel, I don't know how that would really go. I just because like how my living situation is and whatever is like I can only kind of just do verticals right now on my own because you know situation be
Oh
situation.
yeah, motherfuckers be watching you on shit, trying to figure, hey, who is, and what's that,
Yeah,
and what they.
yeah. Oh no,
Mhm.
I already got raggedy ass people even on vertical be like trying to be all up in my background in my business and shit. Like there's a
Mhm.
girl from another page that come off of a panel trying to like talk about how my house be looking and shit. I'm like, bitch, I'm a mom, first of all. Like and then
Yeah,
I had the whole
I'm a,
situation with what's that stupid ass little hoe that tried to come for me?
who's that? Who coming for you?
Uh Fly with the dreads.
Who? Who?
Her name she go by Fly, but Fly with the dreads.
Fly with the dreads. I don't know her. I'm unfamiliar.
Yeah, no, she yeah.
Where's
I
she
guess
from?
she actually from out here. She from Orlando.
Oh, okay.
But she catch herself talking crazy, and then she made a whole live about me. And then Diggs ran a panel one day, and I hop on panel, and I called her out, but she didn't come up. She didn't hop out. And then she made another live, and then I popped up on the panel again, and she didn't come out again. So I was like,
You don't want no smoke for real. Sometimes you just gotta
I
ignore people.
I need to learn to do that. Certain things I ignore, but you
Yeah,
know,
I experienced that a couple of times. And I watched the first
sometimes
time.
people just make you come. Sometimes people just make you come out your body. See, I don't like when people talk about my kids. That's like my
Yeah,
trigger.
that's your trigger.
That's
Yeah,
my trigger. That's when like the hood white girl come out.
yeah.
But
I, I don't like the hood white girl. I want the
silly,
natural, the white. I want the Becky. Give me the Becky. I don't. I do not want
you
Rebecca.
silly. He said, I don't want Rebecca. I just want Becky. You
Yeah.
ain't shit. So you silly. I'm gonna be on later though. I'm almost to my house. I'm gonna be on later though. But
I'm gonna be on later too. So whenever you shake that, just pop back up.
I'll be I'll be back on around. I gotta pick up my baby at like 11:30. So
Okay, I'll be here.
I'll be back around like 11:30 ish. If you want, I'll come pop back up.
Huh?
I said if you on, I'll pop back up.
Okay, look, let me leave you this though.
Hmm.
Hold on. Can you let me know if you can see this? Cause I'm gonna guide you through that situation. We ain't gonna be living like that.
We talk later. I'm literally about to pull up to my crib. We gonna
Look,
talk later.
go to the back, screenshot that and do something with it to where can't nobody see it.
Well, you better delete it.
I
I
ain't got
got
to
you.
delete it. All right.
Oh, I got you. I'm gonna holler at you later.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Bye,
Bye.
Spill. Bye. You silly as hell. Bye.
Okay, that was Miss Morgan. She came to bless my partner. I'm so flabbergasted with joy. That's the homie. I appreciate that. I don't even know what to say. Okay, let me get back on the bullshit. Question. Why the fuck is this nigga back in Baton Rouge? After being a victim of a shooting, I think them niggas got questions. I think them niggas in Baton Rouge on Wall Street is asking the same questions I'm asking. Why your motherfucking ass ain't in jail, nigga? You got shot, the police come talk to you. If you just get shot and the police come talk to you, you can send them away. But you tried to rob a nigga, got popped. They got more questions about why, what the fuck did you say? That's what if he was in my gang, that's what I would tell his dad, hey man, bring your ass home. Come on, no, not on the phone, bring your ass here. Cause why the fuck you ain't in jail? I know the police came to talk to you. Now that you've been out, now that you out the hospital, you've been out, you back online, you active, you bring your ass here. Cause we got questions. Why the fuck you ain't in jail? Money don't buy you out of that situation. Money don't buy you out of that shit. So What the fuck you say to the police? We know what the other nigga did. He locked up. And we know you told academics that y'all was wrestling over a gun. And if you said that to the police and got him locked up, that's snitching, sir. That's snitching. You in violation. I think that's why that nigga was back in bad nigga answer to what the fuck happened. And he was them niggas had questions. And he had to come up with some good ass answers. That shit, it got too much shit going on within that shit for them to have anybody talking to the police. I know them people had questions. They had same questions I got, same questions Dogface got, same questions every other nigga looking at this situation for what it is. Had. You got the same questions. Every nigga that don't love these niggas and infatuated by these niggas and hypnotized with praise for these niggas, they got these questions. Like, what the fuck did you tell the police? We know the police came to send you. They come see every victim everybody that was a victim of a shooting. We know that. What the fuck did you say to the police? That's the question. Them niggas you had to have some answers. You had to have some answers to them questions because that shit not just gonna get swept under the rug when it comes to the whole scheme of things. Publicly, yeah, we sweep the shit under the rug. Publicly, niggas stop talking about it. On the internet, niggas stop talking about it without out that shit. They gang, they got questions. Because you was definitely supposed to be handcuffed to your bed. You think you the first nigga that went on a lick and got injured and had to seek medical attention. And then folks put two and two together and they woke up handcuffed to a bed. You ain't the first one to go through no shit like this. So niggas got questions. That shit was too high profile for you to not be handcuffed to a bed. So what happened? What you tell the police? You have to, and he's gonna have to answer those questions because he know too much. He already know too much. So them niggas down there in Louisiana and Baton Rouge, they like, hey, shit. I know one thing. You know, I don't wish jail on nobody, but I know one thing. That nigga tried to rob that nigga. Why the fuck he ain't in jail? He ain't in jail. And what the fuck you tell the police? They know the police came to see him. That's the protocol. A shooting victim coming to the hospital, the police coming up there. 'Cause they want to know who the fuck shot you. They want to know if you gonna tell them who the fuck shot you. And that's in a regular shooting situation. That's a regular nigga being in the stand, just standing around and get shot. And he go to the hospital. The police coming to see that nigga. So, sir, do you know what happened? You know who did this to you? Is there any reason that anyone you know would have a reason to shoot you? They want to know. And we want to know too. We want to know what you said to them folks. Because you said something. Ain't no way you ain't say nothing to the police. You ain't even attempt to lie. You told the truth too, because you're not a good liar. Ben 10 is not a good liar. And if you lawyer up, you're getting handcuffed. And we know you're not a good liar. So what did you say to the police? Because you said something. Because if you lawyer up, you're getting handcuffed to a bed, you're going to jail. Yeah, it's going to jail. You got a whole police report. First off, y'all came out, y'all started the situation running y'all mouth, and y'all should have stayed quiet. When the shit happened, people started to put shit together and create narratives that you guys didn't want out there. And that's completely understandable. But that doesn't mean you have to say anything. So when it first happened and people start putting shit together and creating narratives, you guys try to combat that shit with your own narrative. Y'all try to put out there first, y'all sent the little homies and said, hey, don't let them put this and this together. So they went out and they said, hey, that ain't this. This ain't that. This ain't that. That ain't this. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll give you that. But the rest of this shit we putting together is what it is. And instead of you niggas leaving it at, hey, that and that ain't the same thing, y'all try to create a story, a complete lie about some shit that's on camera. How you niggas lie about some shit that's on camera? It's on camera. Might as well. My advice in the beginning, when that first line of defense was out there, I said niggas shouldn't even say nothing. Let motherfuckers talk. Cause the truth gonna be way worse than the shit we come up with. Cause we only limited to the information that's out there. I said I told motherfucker don't say nothing. You don't say nothing because you don't want people to pick apart your story. You want to keep everything as allegedly and speculation because that none of that is true. Cannot be true unless it's confirmed. And y'all had to know that the truth was gonna come out because it was on fucking camera. So there wasn't no need to say nothing. There's no need to defend it if you were victorious or had some moments of victory. It's gonna come out. This man said that nigga ain't standing over me. He lying. I knocked him out 5 times. I knocked him out. And he woke up and grabbed the gun and shot the fuck out of y'all niggas. That's what, because that's the end result. I don't give a fuck what was was done in the beginning. Y'all rushed the man, took his jewelry, took his watch, took his chain. Your man's got his finger blew off, shot in the arm and in the leg. Somebody got shot in the ass, and your ass got shot first. And the first one that you got hit with took you down. And you telling me you want me to believe that this man, hey, this nigga ain't standing over me. That's what you said. You said the man ain't standing over you. I guess you didn't know because you was too busy on the ground dying. So how would you know if you on the ground dying? You don't know if a nigga stood over you or not. But the video come out. He's standing over you. Fire is coming from the barrel of the pistol he's holding in his hand on the picture. So you're on the ground, he's standing over you. Okay, so that was debunked. That's a lie. But I guess you didn't know he stood over you because you was too busy on the ground dying. So that debunks that. You knocking them out 4 or 5 times was a lie because in the affidavit in the affidavit or police report or the arrest warrant said that he was actually beating your ass. Them niggas had to come back and help you. So that was a lie. Yeah, which is why I said you should. I'm sticking to you shouldn't have never said nothing. What the fuck is you saying anything for? Then you want to do an interview to further promote these lies. Y'all have terrible PR. Terrible. The PR for NBA is terrible. And I'm guessing y'all don't have PR because y'all were used to being on the upper hand and or when y'all took losses they weren't publicly. So you didn't need PR. Then in the statement to academics, y'all said that wasn't y'all game and y'all was wrestling over again. That's what y'all said. So I'm almost positive that's the story y'all told the police. That wasn't y'all gun, that was his gun. Y'all was wrestling over again. But in the video, y'all clearly was wrestling over the jury. In the part of the video that we saw, because it happened fast. That shit happened fast. In the part of the video we saw, it was some wrestling for the chain. Uh, somebody, then there was a crowd of people around, and somebody had a chair in the air, and then it stopped the video. Niggas started getting shot. But I remember in that video, that girl that was recording said, "Hey, let's get out of here because they're about to start shooting." So apparently that little girl saw a gun. She saw somebody with a gun. Because in that video, she said, "Hey, let's get out of here. They're about to start shooting." So the story that you're putting out there keeps getting debunked. So I can't understand for the life of me why was y'all trying to make excuses and and try to turn the L into a W, a L into a partial W when you could have just shut the fuck up. And when you shut the fuck up, but you shutting the fuck up gets you handcuffed to the bed. Because there's no way in the world you didn't make a statement to them police. Because in the affidavit, you are a John Doe. You and your people, the John Does. And we all know it was you. But in that video, you niggas just John Doe. You niggas went from suspects to victims to witnesses. You went from aggressors to victims. Now you're a witness, giving statements. And that's why you in Baton Rouge on Rail Street, because them niggas want to know what the fuck did you tell the police? They want to know the same shit we want to know. What information did you coward ass niggas get the police? Because we know y'all told them something. What you tell them? What you tell them, Benjamin? What you say to them, Benjamin? Benjamin, you said something. What you say, Bartholomew? Bartholomew, the Bartholomew Jenkins said something to the police, and that's why your bitch ass is back in Louisiana, in Baton Rouge, on Wells Street, answering the motherfucking question. And they said ain't no ops shoot get down on you. They said you was in the car with your family. Did you buck on them? Did you buck on them, Ben? Now niggas finna see how it really go. You always got shot in the shoulder and in the leg, so you didn't feel the shit hit you in the leg. You know that. Collarbone ain't a bad, it ain't a death sentence. Your ass is up and alert right now. Why you ain't on Instagram, Ben? Why you ain't on Instagram? What an Instagram post saying you good, eating breakfast and shit. You know, that styrofoam plate, that cold ass food you had. Where it's at, Ben? I know you woke. I know you alert. You ain't get. You just got shot in the shoulder and the leg. Your ass is alert. What the fuck the Instagram post that? It ain't nothing. 'Cause I don't think you NBA no more. And if you ain't NBA no more, the niggas ain't it ain't gonna be no backlash from that JR shit. I don't think you NBA no more. That's just what I'm putting together. Cause I know them people want to know what you told the police. You in the gang, bro. You got niggas you gotta answer to. It's a pecking order in that shit. You might be up there. You might be somewhere near the top of the food chain, but you ain't at the top of the food chain. You got some questions, guys, about that police shit. They want to know why that nigga locked up and you not. If this affidavit say you was an aggressor. So what happened, Glenn? What you tell the police? You know too much, you done too much for niggas not to want to know how did you handle the police? How did you get yourself out of that? You ain't had no lawyer up there. Even if you did have a lawyer, you'll be handcuffed to a bed, nigga. You'll be bonding out. You'd have been released from the hospital to police custody, nigga. That's what I do know. So that's what the gang want to know. They want to know why that ain't happen. How you ain't in the jail, nigga? How did you get released from the hospital to street and not released from the hospital into police custody? What the fuck did you tell the police? That's what niggas want to know. Cause ain't no way you went from aggressor to victim and not a suspect. You can't tell me that you didn't say nothing and the police created their own story with the shit that they had to work with. That white man on that news said you were trying to rob him of his chain. And dead end Ron dumbass say, shit always happen when I don't have that thing. Well, that could go both ways. Because JR ain't had no pistol. If he had a pistol, y'all ass would have been fired the fuck up off the dribble. Everybody's been shot. Yeah, I said he was with four other niggas and them niggas took off running on them. Where did they go? Because all y'all had to go to the same elevator. When he started busting at you niggas, all you niggas ran to that elevator. So did they get on the elevator with y'all? Was all y'all on the elevator together? But that's beside the point. Nigga, what the fuck did you tell the police? Because we know they came up there and saw you. That's a fact. That's a fact when folks came up there and saw you. Benjamin 10. What the fuck you tell the police, my nigga? That's what we want to know. That's what the world want to know. That's what your gang want to know. Everybody want to know what the fuck you told the police. That's why your ass is back in Baton Rouge. Have an answer to the motherfucking question, nigga. Other than that, you wouldn't have been back in no fucking Baton Rouge. What? What the fuck you going back to Baton Rouge for? You ain't got no reason to be back there other than the answer to some motherfucking questions. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we want them answers. That's what we want to know, Ben. What you say to the police? At least if I was in the NBA, I would want to know. I definitely be able to big dog them. Why they nigga ain't do it.